This is one that before I even read the sentence, I have a pretty good idea that it's probably going to be D. Normally, I know on the SAT, if there's no grammar rules involved, then style questions mean that we probably are just picking the shortest answer. And you can kind of look at this and say like, all right, well, is there really any difference between these words? And that's no. This is a redundancy issue. Basically, all of the answer choices include the same idea, but some of them include it twice. To say that a swim test is a necessary requirement, well, all requirements are necessary. That's what a requirement is. It's a necessary thing. It's required that you do it. So we're adding an extra word for no reason. And look, maybe that's obvious to you that all of these choices would be redundant by repeating that idea of necessity when it's already included in the word requirement. But some of you might be like, oh, I don't know, maybe that's important information. Maybe I'm cutting something that's really there for a good reason. But this is why, if you think about the SAT's style rules ahead of time, you kind of know where you're going with this, and you can be more confident being like, no, unless there is a really, really good reason to include these words, then I'm going to cut them. And that's why if we know that we have a grammar rule that's being tested, sometimes we do need to pick longer choices because there is a really, really good reason to include extra words. A grammar rule requires us to include them. So if you know that it's a style question like this one, then you can be more comfortable just picking something shorter, but we always want to think about grammar first, and this question just doesn't have anything that even applies to our rules, so that's why I'd be so confident with D. Of course I would read the sentence first just to be sure, but even before that, I was pretty sure that D was going to be the answer.